you doing? Today we're going to do a little TPP release, which will be super helpful after a long day at work. Yes, you know when you come home and you're just tired and everything kind of hurts and you feel stiff? Well, here's just a little session just to lie on your roller and your prickle balls and just release any of that tension around your back, your hips, all that good stuff. All right, so you will just need your long foam roller and also your 2 prickle balls. All right, my darlings? Okay, it's just a beautiful morning here in Florida, so I'm not using any music today. I hope that you can hear the birds singing, and we're just gonna have some peace and quiet and us time. All right, so pop your foam roller down. We'll start on that as we always do in Trigger Point Pilates, and sit with your bottom at the edge of the roller and lie down so that your back is fully supported from your head to your sacrum. And don't forget here, if you wanted to put a little towel under your head, if you're feeling that your neck is tight and your chin's pointing up to the ceiling, please feel free to do that. That will help create nice alignment in your cervical spine. Bend your knees, just rest your arms by your side. Just take a moment to settle in here. Yeah, and you can join me and gently sway a little bit from side to side. Feel it out, and usually you can tell, you can feel if you want to wiggle around and readjust and get yourself in a different spot, okay? Let's just focus in on the breathing. So breathing in nice and steady through your nose, where you fill up your lungs. And then exhale, just push that air out of your mouth. Do that again. Breathe in deeply, in. And exhale. One more time, breathing in. And exhale, let it go. So calming already, isn't it? Just focusing back to your breath helps to calm the mind, soothe the soul, and just breathe in and out through your nose. Try to keep those breaths as equal to each other as you can. Raise your arms up and do some circles with your shoulders. Yeah, you can start small and work your way to bigger. Use your breath here, so breathing in and out. Every time you breathe in, feel that expansion across your chest. Oh, I just had a nice click there. That feels so good. And take your circles the other way. Allow those shoulder blades to move around that foam roller. Yeah, it might feel a little bit ouchy, a bit sore, a bit tight. We're going to release all that tension. And then rest your arms down. Slide your right foot along the floor till your leg is straight. Give your leg a little shake. Flex your foot. Reach your left arm up and overhead. Really big stretch here. Breathe in. Drop your rib cage, feel your abs drawn in, and then exhale, pull your heel in and float your hand back down by your side. Other leg, slide your foot long, give it a shake, loosen up that hip. And then flex your foot, reach your right arm up and overhead, big stretch here, drop your rib cage, you're getting taller, longer, and then bring everything back to your starting position. Go ahead and reach your right arm out to the side. You can turn your gaze towards your outstretched fingers. Breathe in. And exhale, take that arm over your chest and your eyes can follow your hand. Again, breathe in. Open out to the side again. And exhale, take your arm over your face. Breathe in, open to the side. And exhale, draw that arm across your body, up and over your head. Let your shoulder blades and your back move. Let it go and rest that hand down. Other side, left arm goes to the side. Breathe Exhale, take your arm over your chest. Allow yourself to sway in the foam roller as you do this if that feels nice for you. Open up, breathe in. Exhale, take that arm over your face. Again, breathe in, over to the left. Exhale, take that arm across your body, lift it up and over your head, and rest that arm down. Exhale, lift your right leg up. Keep it bent with your foot above the line of your knee. Hold on behind your thigh. Pull that leg closer. Now let your back move. Let your head will slide up the foam roller slightly. Your chin will pull to your chest. Allow that to happen. Good. Let go of your leg. Place your hand on the floor. Extend your right leg to where it feels comfortable for you. It doesn't have to be straight. You can keep a soft bend in your knee if you'd like to. Reach your left arm up and overhead. Big breath in. And as you exhale, very slowly, lower your leg down towards the floor. Your arm will go overhead. Neither will touch the ground. Once you get just above the floor, you will hover. Feel your abs pulled in tight. Good. And then breathe in. Lift everything back up. Yep. Toes, fingers pointing up towards the ceiling. Take your time, nice and slow. Like you're moving in slow motion. And again, lowering your limbs away from each other. Use your abs. Press your low back down. Your foot can touch the floor now. Your arm does not have to. It can hover like mine. Flex your foot, big stretch. Breathe in. And exhale. Bring your arm by your side and pull your heel back in. Other leg. Left leg goes up. Exhale. Hold on behind your thigh. Pull your leg closer. Let your back lengthen. You might feel this in your hip here as well. I know I do. I'm a little sensitive on this side, so just be aware of what's going on. Make a mental note. Let go of your leg. Extend it if you wish. Reach your right arm up. Breathe in. And exhale, lower those limbs away from each other. Slowly, slowly, slowly does it. Good, and then bring that leg, your arm back up. Breathe in. Good, and then exhale, you're lowering them away from each other again. This time your foot will come to the ground. When you're ready, flex your foot, big stretch, breathe in. Exhale, bring your hand down, bring your foot back in. Beautiful. Feel free just to have a little sway. Feel, readjust on the roller if you would like to. Come back to center. Walk your feet in so the hips width apart. And bring your heels in a bit closer to your glutes. Reach both arms up and overhead. Big breath in. Feel your chest expand. And then exhale. Pull your hands down towards your thighs. Press your heels into the floor and tilt your pelvis. Feel your back lengthen, your chin come closer to your chest. Again, breathe in, reach up and overhead. And exhale, pull your arms forward. Tilt your pelvis, squeeze your seat. Put an imaginary ball between your mid-thighs. So you really feel that stretch from your knees, up your thighs, your hip flexors. And keep moving at your own pace. Feel free to lift your head and shoulders off the roller as you pull through, if you'd like to. Just an option, don't have to. Do one more. Rest your head down, relax your arms. Keep your feet where they are. Press your heels down, tilt your pelvis. I like to flip my toes off the ground. Squeeze your seat tightly. This might be enough, or you could lift your glutes, your low back up off the roller, mini bridge here. Put that ball back between your inner thighs. Squeeze tightly. And then lower down very slowly, one vertebrae at a time. And once you're completely down, just allow yourself to really melt and relax. Let it go. Do that again. Press your heels down, tilt your pelvis, squeeze your seat, lift, pull your inner thighs towards each other. Good. Feel that pressure. Allow your head to move up that foam roller. That was for me as well as for you. Let that happen. And then lower down one vertebrae at a time. Relax at the bottom. One more time for luck, my friends. Squeeze, tilt, push, lift. And lower down. Relax at the bottom. Adjust your feet, adjust your back. Now have your arms out at a wide V with your palms facing down to the floor. Exhale, lift your right leg up. And then exhale, lift your left leg up. And just hold it here. Now if this is too tricky, you feel too wobbly, that's okay. Do one leg at a time. And just really allow your back just to let gravity take over. So everything just melts down and wraps around that foam roller. Yeah? Steadily breathing. I've got a little softness in my legs. I would recommend you do that too. One more big breath. Nice. Lower your right foot down. Lower your left foot down. A little sway to come off the foam roller. And then just bring it underneath your thighs. Come and lie down. And you will place the foam roller, lift your hips up, place the foam roller at your sacrum. Now, this is too much for you because you're pretty elevated here with your hips. This is too much. You can get yourself a pillow or a cushion and place that right behind your sacrum too, if you prefer. All right. Good. Exhale. Lift your right leg up. And then taking your time, move slowly and in small motions first. Take your leg to the right and then take your leg over to the left. So a little windscreen wiper with your legs and allow your back to move. So you'll feel your weight transfer from side to side at your sacrum, at your low back, and sort of around the side of your glutes as well. So I love this. This is a beautiful release for your lumbar spine. Super nice if you've been sitting at a desk, you've been driving. This is really going to feel pretty yummy. All right, so take your time. Again, you're in charge of how big those movements are, yeah? Don't be surprised if you feel a little bit more tender on one side than you do the other. I know that I do. We all have one side that feels more sensitive. Right? Usually your dominant side, but just depends what you've got going on. And then take your leg across your body. So over to the left, just hold it there. Keep your knees soft and just massage there. So a little back and forward, back and forward. Ooh, keep breathing because it can be pretty intense if you're sore there. One more breath. Good. Go ahead and bring that leg back up. Lower your foot down and then lift the left leg up. And again, just side to side. Start small. Don't worry about what your other knee is doing, the foot that's on the floor, the right knee. Just let that sway from side to side. Let it move how it wants to. Yeah, you're opening up your hips here too. You might feel a stretch in your inner thighs, depending on how large your range of motion is. And just take stock of how your body feels. Do you still feel a little tighter on one side than you do the other? Is it easing up? Does it feel easier to move with one leg than the other? And then take that left leg over to the right, hold it there, rock back and forth. Little massage. Coming back to your breathing. One more breath. leg back up to center. Lower your foot down. Good. Adjust if you need to. Lift your right leg up. And then slide your left leg up just so you come in an L position, but your knees are bent. Pull your abs in, tilt your pelvis so that your low back is supported by your abdominals. And then as you breathe intentionally, switch your legs. And again, you could keep this very small, maybe a little V shape with your legs, or you could take it bigger. Just be sure that your abs are contracted. You're tilting your pelvis under, your low back is nice and long, and you'll feel that massage on either side of your sacrum, right at your hips, releasing that tension there. Use your breath. Move as slow or as fast as you want to. One more breath. Lower the bottom foot down and then the other foot, lift your hips up. Just slide that roller down, yes, away from your bum, and let it rest behind your knees. You can allow your knees to open to the side slightly, and you will need, didn't think this through, did I guys? You will need your prickle balls, all right? So quickly get a hold of them. Come back to where you were. So it's like when you have a bolster underneath your pillow, which I love. This is how I sleep. This is how I fall asleep at night, with a pillow underneath my knees. I don't always end up that way, but that's how I start. And it really helps to support the low back if you're feeling some tightness and discomfort there. And then take your two prickle balls. They're going in your upper traps, yeah, close to each other. So you'll feel your chest open a little bit. Oh, that feels lovely. All right. Don't worry if your head's tilting back slightly. If that's not comfortable, you can pop that towel underneath your head again. Just breathe and relax into it here. Good. Reach your arms up. Bend your arms. Make fists with your hands, and then make circles with your elbows. So they could be small, they could be larger. Let's work out the tension in those trapezius muscles. Super helpful after working at a computer or driving. And take your circles the other way. Let your back move as you move your arms. Avoid holding it rigid. Gorgeous. Oh, it feels so good. I hope it feels as yummy for you as it does for me. Oh, I want to take my balls a little lower. So if you'd like to do that, just shimmy them on down a bit. Reach both arms up and then scissor your arms to take one hand down towards your thigh, the other arm will go overhead, and then as you breathe, just switch those arms. One more breath. Nice. Take the balls away. Allow your back to rest down. And then place those balls right at the base of your skull. So you'll feel your chin come tight to your chest. Love this one, especially after being naughty and looking down at my phone too much. Again, come back to your breath. Feel free to take your head from side to side. You can move small. You can move as large as you want to. You can nod your head yes and shake it no. Take your time. Are you still breathing with intention? And just carefully bend your knees, put your feet on the floor. You're going to roll over and come onto your knees. Now, the foam roller, just to release your hip flexors, the foam roller is going to come right at your pelvic bone. Yeah, so right where the crease of your legs and your groin is. Okay, come and lie on your tummies. There we go. Good. And you can just rest your forearms down, your head down on your hands. I've tilt your pelvis under a little bit here, just to take the pressure off your low back. I've got my toes on the floor. I'm flexing them slightly. Good. And so tilt your pelvis under as you exhale. You'll feel your low back lengthen. And then breathe in and release. Exhale. Tilt and push. And release. Again. Tilt, push. And release it. Come slightly up onto your forearms. You can clasp your hands here. And your toes can float just off the floor as you rock forwards and back. So you're releasing right up in that hip flexor and upper quadricep area. I'm still tilting my pelvis under just to protect the low back. I have a very flexible back. So if I don't do that, this is what happens. You get that sway and that just pulls on your lumbar spine and defeats the object of what we're trying to do. So tilt the pelvis under, pull your belly button up. And just rock forwards and back. And depending on what you've been up to this week so far, this may feel a little sore on your legs, but that's okay. Good. Know that anytime if you need to release your low back and hip flexors, see how we're on the foam roller like this, you could lie over the side of, say, a sofa or your armchair. You can lie over the arm of the chair and just hang over. You can have your head hanging down towards the floor, and that's a beautiful release should you ever need it for your hip flexors and low back. Also, hanging sort of upside down like that really helps your cardiovascular system, yeah, getting all that blood flow going around the body to the muscles, to the organs. Your heart doesn't have to pump as hard. So there's my little tip and tidbit for you for today. All right, one more breath here. Excellent. Come onto your knees, just come on up. You can move that roller to one side. One last thing. Let's sit on the balls, my loves. Release the glutes. Often tight glutes mean sore back and hamstrings. So come and sit. Place your balls right under your meaty part of your glutes. the glutey part as well, right? And bend your knees. Use your hands like kickstands. Sorry, my shirt's getting in the way. It's getting all stuck up under me balls. Don't say anything. All right, rock forwards and back just to release your bum. One of my favorite things to do. Also really good for your lymphatic system. So I always find that when I have used the prickle balls underneath my glutes, on my thighs, hamstrings, cellulite looks better because you're releasing, draining that lymph, massaging all that areas. It breaks up the fascia there. And yeah, because you know cellulite is not fat, my friends. It's just the hardness of the fascia, the build up there. So you just have to release it and then boom, smooth the bum and legs. I'm all about it. All right, one more breath here. Good. All right, my darlings, how do you feel? Hopefully you feel better. I feel a bit looser, a bit lighter, and I definitely feel happier. It's amazing. What, just a little, how long? It's about 20 minutes, right? 20, 25 minutes just to release at the end of the day. You deserve it. So I hope this helps. Let me know, and don't forget any requests. Tell me what you need. I'm here for you. Reach out. Have a great day, guys. See you next time.